My name is Steve Ford, and my rank is Machinist Mate Second Class. Yeah, the world cruise is absolutely amazing. Of course, you go to these places that are all over the world. Again, for a farm boy, it's amazing. I guess the first really super exciting thing we ever did was we went on a camera safari in Africa. That was very impressive. We spent a couple days out there. We went to up into the area in which seems to be still a contention today, up into the where the Persian Gulf is, and Karg Island is where the island was that they shipped out all the oil for the throughout the world. All the oil came out of for the world was going out, and it goes through the Straits of Hormuz, which today is still in the news for ships attacking other ships. It was the hot spot, and that's the reason we were there. We spent probably 4 or 5 months up and down that area and throughout the Indian Ocean, patrolling that area. Oh, there was a lot of, probably the most exciting port of call was Hong Kong, just because it was so exotic, such a unusual place. I had a lot of experiences, but some of the more, other people had some that it was neat to hear people talk about what they had done, what I had done. The Hong Kong it was at that time was a British-owned colony, and so they spoke English, and they treated us really nice there. We had a real good time. In the engine room, there's actually 4 compartments that were part of the engineering department. 2 of them had boilers that built the steam, and then 2 of them had the engine rooms that converted the steam into the propulsion for the ship. I was in what they called the after engine room. It was where the turbines were, the steam-driven turbines that drove the ship. There was production of the drinking water was done in these rooms. The water for the boilers was done in these rooms. Also, the electricity was produced in these rooms because they had the generators that produced the electricities. It was a very vital part of the ship. It also was only one time I can think of, was really a beneficial part of the place to be, because the most important thing on a board a ship is keeping the boilers running. It takes priority over everything. And that includes showering and those type of things. Whenever you have a distiller down that will not make water, then you had to go on rations, because the boiler gets the water and nobody else gets any. And so we had to, since we were in the engine room and we kind of had our own water, we just we built our own shower down in the engine room, and we took showers in the engine room, and that was kind of nice. But other than that, it was very hot. We went into where the Karg Island is, the Indian Ocean stuff, an extremely hot area. The engine room, a 1945 ship, is not any insulation in it. It's a very, very hot thing. You would spend your time underneath the fans because they'd have big blower fans to try to keep you cool, but then you had to get out and go around the engine room to do whatever job you had to do, and then you come back and get under the fan. It was a miserable time, from day one through the whole year. It was a real mind opener for me. You got to remember, in 1972 when we left, the world was different. Again, for a naive farm boy, I guess. I didn't realize how much oil and stuff was coming out of the Middle East and being shipped to the United States, using a lot of oil at that time. This was years before they had the Ayatollah taking over the country and stuff. And so that was all real new to me as to how important that area is in the way things are in the world. It was a good ship, and there was good people on it, and we did as good a job as we could do.